Oh,
Sorry.
cool.
Sorry.
No warning or anything. All right, we're streaming.
I didn't, because I didn't think it would work.
What do you mean? You've been doing this for like 7 years. You didn't think it was gonna work.
Whoa! Only 3. Did I stream in the beginning? You know,
I don't know.
No, I need 7 years experience doing this. All right.
That'll do it, huh?
Yeah. No,
You'll
10
finally
years.
be able to say it's time.
10 years. I need 10 years experience doing this. Okay, that's what I need.
All right.
We didn't know what to do for the starting soon screen, so we're just gonna talk for the starting soon screen.
Yeah, let's make a song about how the stream is starting soon.
The stream is starting soon. Starting soon. Oh, I should have plugged in my guitar. Fuck. God damn it.
No, that's okay. We don't need to add any more nonsense to this, I don't think.
Yes, we do. We need shred.
We've taken the nonsense
shred.
as far as it can go.
I want more nonsense. Don't you just want more nonsense?
I do. I'm just not sure that people in general appreciate nonsense as much as we do.
I disagree. Chat, let us know. What do you think? How do you feel about this?
Thoughts on nonsense as a general concept in life.
They said this is one of the jingles of all time. I agree.
One of them, yes.
Yeah, because we're going to create so many more jingles.
Let's make it metal next time. Stream starting soon.
Dude, I'm doing it. Okay, it's done. We're doing a starting soon jingles.
We honestly should. Let's do it. Let's do
I'm down.
12-second. Let's do like a 12-second stream starting soon just jingle and use that before everything. I'll just throw in some pterodactyls in the background. Yeah,
wait, dude, give us your best pterodactyl scream. Let's go. Depends on the type of nonsense, Gordon. Nice one. Time to finish the reaction first. Oh yeah, we do have a reaction out.
Oh yeah. So
we were trying to time the reaction, okay? We're trying to put it out before the stream, so you guys will know we're live, but then we also forgot that we do 20-minute reactions.
Yeah, I don't know if do we want them to be on this video or that video right now? It's very confusing to me.
I don't know. Well, normally reactions are not that long, but when Champ and I get together, they are going to be that long.
Yeah, it's unfortunate side effect of the two of us not being able to shut up when we need to shut up.
But if you want a lot of commentary on music you love listening to, we got you covered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If there's anything that you guys don't want, come to us. We'll find it for you.
Yeah. If you want extensive commentary on your favorite songs, we got you covered.
If you want us to fail the YouTube algorithm and make videos way too long, even though we know we shouldn't,
we put a BAND-MAID reaction. I looked at it, I'm like, Champ, this is 30 minutes long. I'm like, nobody's gonna watch this. And you guys did. You guys did. We appreciate you.
And at that point, at the 30-minute point, you were like, dude, maybe we should stop. And it was like, we still had like 45 minutes worth of talking to do about it, but we were like, maybe it's the right thing to do.
But anyways, welcome to the Solid Sound Podcast, where we talk about our favorite musicians from all over the world. We're going to be talking more about the BAND-MAID music video that just came out, and more about BABYMETAL. We got a lot of BABYMETAL news. This is pretty much going to be a BABYMETAL podcast with BAND-MAID sprinkled on there, and some copyright stuff. We all love copyright. It sounds so interesting, right?
I know. It's the most fun thing in my life is learning about copyright laws.
Yeah, we're going to learn about copyright laws. Well, actually, there's some laws going against AI that we're going to talk about today, and much more. We got top 10. We got top 15. We're going to talk about those a little bit. But guys, welcome to the show. We appreciate you being here, and it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast.
What up, folks?
Always,
Absolutely. So yeah, we just watched that BABYMETAL song with Poppy.
Yeah, we did.
The reaction's up. You can go check it out. You want to give a little rundown of just overall thoughts?
Dude, I loved it. I fucking loved it. It was a great song. It was a great song. Yeah. I can see what Champ was saying when we were watching it, that maybe a lot of people might not enjoy the screaming in it, but I don't give a fuck. I thought it was great. I don't care.
That was an enhancement for me.
I love BABYMETAL with screams in it, especially the way that they did it with the Poppy song. I thought they did it perfectly. It was just enough sprinkle throughout, and that's how I like screams. I don't like screaming the entire time. I'm not a fan of that. I like it when it elicits emotion and gets you into the song. If it's just like screaming for no reason, I'm like, like I'm a huge fan of songs where they start clean and it's like the anger part of the situation in the story hits and then they scream more later on. This wasn't quite like that, but it did progress. The screams did progress. We got a little bit of poppy scream and then a little bit more poppy scream. And by the end of the song, we're like, wham! In your face.
Yeah. By the end of the song, she had turned into the monster in the background of the video. And that monster was screaming instead.
She became a monster by the end of the song.
I agree with you, by the way. Like, there's bands I used to listen to when I was younger, like Arch Enemy, that were just like, and Dark Tranquility, that were just like straight up screaming all the time. They didn't do any vocals. That stuff doesn't really appeal to me anymore. Now, this is like the perfect combination of like the amount of screaming that I want to hear in songs, because I'm gonna be able to sing along to it also. And the fact that this was mostly in English makes that a lot easier too.
It started off in English and then we got Japanese, and that seems to be a trend with some of these songs. Even the other collabs that they do, they're just mixing languages together. And like I said in the reaction, genres are not a thing anymore at this point. And same with like language. Like baby metal is not only mashing genres together, but they're mashing languages together. You know, we got
Especially
Japanese, English, and then Indian in the one with Bloodywood. Like that's just wild to think about. Is that where we're at now with all these worldwide collabs? We're just gonna mix languages, and I think baby metal's on the forefront of that right now. How many other bands can we think of, or groups or artists that are mixing multiple languages? Maybe there is a lot, because I'm in a bubble too. So to be fair, I'm in a bubble.
We kind of live in bubbles. I think everybody kind of lives in their own little bubble. But I will say that this is becoming more popular nowadays. Like I saw, especially coming from the Asian countries, you know, like this group that I like, XG, a lot. They only do English. They're a bunch of Japanese girls that promote in South Korea and only sing in English. And then like the girls from Blackpink that release their solos, they're pretty much all in English also, even though one of them's Thai and one of them's South Korean. So I think what we're seeing now is, as you just said, is like when people start to collab with Western artists, because there's a lot of Western collaborations on those albums I just brought up also. We're seeing that they start to do English stuff with those collaborators. And then it kind of starts to spread. I wonder if this is a good thing, though. Like, I don't really want to lose the culture behind, like, you know what I mean? Like the other languages.
I don't think you'll ever lose the culture, because it's always going to come through. I think anybody that's doing music, your culture, your past, your history is always going to come through in the music at some point. Could it go away? I don't think so. I don't think so, because you could argue like Electric Callboy is definitely more on the Western side of music, but you could still feel the influence from over in Europe. You know what I mean? Like it's still upbeat, still happy. I absolutely love that band.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of good to this. Like there's the part of me that's a little bit concerned, because I feel like, and I've talked about this like previously in our old podcasts with GG, where there's the concern of me that there's like almost too much of a hybridization when it comes to music, where like we start to lose like very specific genre flavors because things start to like blend into something. And if that starts to happen with language also, I do have the concern that like everything is going to start to feel a little bit more middling, and there's going to be less dynamics overall.
And to be fair,
that hasn't happened yet. It's just a concern.
To be fair though, with baby metal, we all know this is for marketing. And just like Neo24 said in the chat right now, if you want the international appeal for a non-Western group, English lyrics really help push that. Absolutely. And that's why people add English. But baby metal has it where they have all three languages, or sometimes depending on who they're working with, which is really cool. And I hope they do more of that.
Me too. I love the idea of like collaborating with somebody that speaks a different language and then putting their language in not even English, I'm talking about like any other language. Like go down to South America, do a collaboration with The Warning, and have some Spanish in there. You know what I mean? Like that's cool.
Yeah,
like I love hearing that shit. And I think that also like breaks down barriers that people are scared to cross. You know, there's still a lot of Americans, like a commenter said, that like just won't listen to music if it's not in English. Well, this will open a door that might not have opened before.
So if you're a person that doesn't like listening to a song that's not in English, would you compromise if half of it was in English? For instance, this song. We have majority of it's English, but there's still Japanese. Do you think those people will still check it out?
I think a lot of people are, it's like a what do you hear first type of thing. And it's like
they start off with English.
If the song starts out with English, I think that they might be drawn in before it's too late, right? If it started out the other way around, I think a lot of people would just turn it off before it even got to the English part. So
It
this is a
could
smart way to do it.
also get them acclimated to other languages and not being so opposed to it. Because it's one of those things where you're like, oh, it's in a different language, I'm not going to even check it out. Well, now they're in the door, and now they can check out the entire song, and they're sold already, right? So there's a good chance that they might be like, you know what, it's not that bad in another language.
I think the purpose is, see, we saw it with Bad Bunny a couple years ago. You know, the dude was the most streamed artist in the world, and all of his songs are in English. I mean, in Spanish. He doesn't even really speak English very well. And people were like willing to do that, you know? Like people were willing to listen to these fully Spanish songs knowing that they didn't speak Spanish.
Yep.
So I think there's like also an element of which language it is that's being involved. And I do think the Asian languages are harder for Westerners to start to appreciate or get into in the first place.
Yeah.
This is a great start, though. This is how we need to start doing stuff like this.
Well, here's the thing. Baby Metal is doing a lot of collabs, and this album has probably the most collabs I have ever seen on an album in general. They just released this on their website where they're saying, so their new album, the fourth original album, Metal Fourth, will be released worldwide on Friday, June 13th. Yay, near my birthday. Hell yeah. The long-awaited fourth original album, Metal Fourth, will be released simultaneously worldwide. The group's first album since their third release, Metal Galaxy, in 2019. So that is a good...
Holy shit.
Oh, 6 years? Yeah, we got 6 years. Wow. And the follows their 2023 concept album, the other one. Okay, yeah, I forgot about the other one. That came in 2023. So
well,
we do
I
have
don't
that
understand.
album.
Like,
why do they word it like that?
Yeah, they're both original albums.
Yeah, they're both original. But a lot of people are saying the other one was based off of other songs that they hadn't released yet. I don't know if that's true. Let me know.
Yeah, but they're still their songs. You know, like they wrote those songs
for sure. And the goal is, they're saying in this, that they're trying to connect with people all over the world, which we're definitely getting. So in addition to the live show favorites like Metal Lee with Tom Morello and Ratatata with Electric Callboy, the album features 10 standout tracks from Me to You, which we just checked out, which is with Poppy. We also have My Queen featuring Spirit Box. Also, for the Grammy Awards, is still fresh in our minds and composed by Jordan Fish, formerly Bring Me the Horizon. So Jordan Fish has a lot of influence on some of these songs. Well, with the Poppy one specifically, is he doing other ones? Is that what they're saying here?
Well, it says whose performance at this year's. No, I think they're just saying that he helped with this one. So Jordan Fish was a big contributor, if not the main contributor, to Poppy's most recent album.
Yeah.
So him and Poppy kind of like split writing duties, from what I understand. And he's following her around now.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like her writer, like her. I don't want to say ghostwriter because everybody knows that he's involved, but like he came with her to this also. And you can tell the influence in the song. There's definitely like parts that sound very much like a Poppy song.
I always forget too that we got also a lot of people are looking forward to this one, and that is My Queen featuring Spirit Box. I know a lot of people are really waiting for that one. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Spirit Box. This is the one I'm least excited about, to be honest. But with Baby Metal in there, it could be badass. There's some Spirit Box I just can't get. I don't know why I can't get into that group for some reason.
I feel like you know, we come from an era where like we listened to the metalcore bands that were in the original metalcore wave, right? Where it's like, again, those All That Remains, stuff like that, Kill Switch, Engage, right? The new metalcore sort of wave that's happening now, the Spirit Boxes of the world are at the forefront of that, and it's just a little bit different than what we were used to, I think.
Yeah, maybe
it's been hard for me to kind of like, it's a little lighter, it's a little more commercialized, I think, than the stuff that we had when it was our era of metalcore. So it's hard for me to like really get super into it. And Spirit Box really, they do embody that for me also. But I do think that they're really good in comparison to like what we were getting out of that quote unquote genre for the last 10 to 15 years.
Now, the song I am looking forward to, though, Baby Metal with Slaughter to Prevail. And something I've noticed is a lot of these some of these don't say feature on it, where it's like straight up collabs, just like the Poppy one, where My Queen is just a feature of Spirit Box. So I have a feeling that won't be as dominant as these other collabs, which are just like straight, like a mix between both of the artists. So yeah, a brutal counting song with Slaughter to Prevail, which I don't know what that means. Like, are they going to be? Is it literally going to be about counting? Are we getting some Sesame Street?
A brutal counting song.
A brutal counting song. That threw me off when I read that. Then we got.
I wonder if that's going to be blocked in Russia. By the way,
I wonder because like even our reaction that just came out was blocked in Russia. So,
yeah, but this is a band from Russia. So like,
but Slaughter to Prevail gets blocked in Russia also.
That sucks, man. Poor yeah. Slaughter to Prevail.
And then we get another Bloodywood collab, Con featuring Bloodywood, a creature metal song with Indian Bollywood metal band Bloodywood, who have been the talk of the town with Fuji Rock Festival and festivals around the world, blending roots in Japanese and Indian tribal music. That is so fascinating. I can't wait to hear that. Then we're getting another Polyphia feator. So nice. Sunset Kiss featuring Polyphia. I'm excited about this one too.
They still put out like one of my favorite songs the last 5 years with that. I don't even remember who they collabed with, but remember the one song that they did with the pop singer, and it was like
oh yeah, the ABC. The ABC
yeah, that
one.
song.
That
song rules. Like I listen to that all the time. It's like one of my most played stuff on Spotify. It's so good, dude. Like how often do you hear like a guitar solo like that under like a pop track? It just never happens.
I mean, yeah, that I was hoping like it would keep going in that direction. But it's funny you mentioned pop because it says a city pop metal track. And then right? So we're definitely gonna get more of a pop thing. And then we have an original song by BABYMETAL, which, to be fair, we haven't really gotten a lot of BABYMETAL originals, or people were mentioning about not getting a lot of BABYMETAL originals. But the other one was just straight up BABYMETAL originals. If we remember, that whole album was all BABYMETAL originals. We didn't have many features in the other one at all, if I remember correctly.
So. I don't remember. They did the song with the rapper, right? Was that on that?
But that wasn't on that album.
It wasn't. Okay.
So we got Kawaii. Which with the X's. Why do people do that? Why do they do that with the X's in between when they're spelling out a name?
Because they think it's edgy.
Oh, is that what? So a wild.
Come on, man. That started in 2000. Back with Extreme.
This song.
And 3 X's.
I'm also excited for. So Slaughter to Prevail one and Polyphia, and then this one's at the top of my list because I love Die from Pale Dust. So a wild rap metal song composed by Die from Pale Dust, who also worked with Lil Uzi Vert's song, The End, which I still like that song. That was featuring BABYMETAL. That was included on his #1 U.S. Billboard album, Algorithm. A nostalgic metal track, a reminiscent of the classic song, and White Flame, the climactic conclusion to the band's melodic speed metal series.
Speed metal. Bro. This is going to be my favorite album from them. And just because it's so diverse.
Right?
And all these songs sound so different. It's so weird. I want to hear a wild rap metal song and a city pop metal song. What the fuck does that even mean?
I know. I mean,
I
remember.
Imagine it.
I've heard some of the Japanese city pop that people have showed me, and it reminds me of very 80s like type of music. So I don't even know where we're going with this one. So in addition, though, it was officially announced that BABYMETAL World LLC has been established in the United States as a base for BABYMETAL to expanding their global activities. Furthermore, BABYMETAL has signed a global deal with Capitol Records, a Hollywood-based label with a long history and home to renowned artists, including iconic bands like the Beatles.
So, I'm guessing they didn't leave their label. That's just it's a label that they're signing with for Western promotion.
Yeah, the help with Western promotion. But that's
great.
That's
a great
fucking
choice.
Huge, dude.
I do still wonder, like, it's still
huge.
Like, I feel like it's such a good move, right? But I'm still like in that zone of like,
I'm nervous. I'm a little nervous.
How much is the Western audience going to like receive them? Like, it's just such an odd style of music and and especially with all this diversity that's coming out this time, people over here are still so sensitive about like not, they don't like to be uncommon. They want to be normal and stuff like that. And it's just, I just hope that there's enough. I want them to get enough momentum over here that people actually latch onto it.
I don't know if this is good or bad. As long as the music's not affected, I hope labels have just realized not to fuck with the artist's music. But I'm holding my breath when I say that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know what this means, like musically. I hope it is just for distribution and getting them known in the audience, and Koba still has complete control. That's what I'm hoping for, and I think that's what it will be. I have to assume
that's the case, just because like they didn't, like I said, they didn't leave their previous label.
Yeah,
so it's like
it literally says that it's just established for expanding global activities. So hopefully that means they're not gonna fucking touch the music.
Yeah, exactly. And they better not, because like
Yeah.
that's the last thing I want. I don't want a westernized version of Baby Metal. I just want Baby Metal to collab with Western artists. Just it's a much better version of that than the Western. The last thing we need is Westerners taking over Easterners' music, because that just makes it worse in almost
Yeah.
every case.
And then of course, like like they always do, they have a Japanese edition and a standard edition for this CD. I'm not sure which benefits you get for these, but yeah, you can look it up on their website, babymetal.com. You can get.
Let's
all
also
that
just give them
information.
credit real quick, because we talked a lot of shit for a couple years over there, where we were like, man, Baby Metal has not put out any music in so long. And then they finally put out an album. We were like, we're going to have to wait another fucking decade before they put out
No, we only
another.
waited 2 years.
2 years, dude. That's like the normal metal like release schedule. 2 to 3 year gap. This is pretty good. I'm really happy about this.
Yeah. I wonder. I was trying to look up the ticket prices. Actually, somebody was mentioning in chat. Neo was saying, I wonder if the $2,000 VIP thing is a Capitol Records move. Guys, send me the link for the more information on that. I was trying to find the link of what they're selling or what they're doing. But yeah, so Child PX said the extra edition is just extra cover sleeves and photo cards. Which
Okay, I mean, people like that.
People in
It's not
Japan
for me, but
love
people
that
like
stuff,
that.
man.
Yeah,
They love
shit
that
gets
stuff.
over.
I'm excited for this album. This is gonna be a really good album, I think.
Well,
It's
I'll tell you
definitely
what.
gonna be top 10. Well, they don't have that many albums. Never mind. It's
Top
gonna be in their
5.
top 5. All right, for sure, 100% top 5 album by Baby Metal. It's kind of
won't
wild.
be their worst album.
15-year anniversary, and they have 5 albums. That's
I wonder how common that is. If we were to look at like the legacy of rock bands, like 5 albums, 15 years, it's not that bad. It can be worse.
It isn't. It isn't. You're right. It's not that bad. No,
I will say, like, I think that this song
Hello,
was,
motherfucker.
Hey,
yeah,
what's up?
motherfucker. What up?
Welcome.
I
By the
think
way,
this-
we're live on Twitch and YouTube. So if you want to watch on Twitch, go on Twitch. If you want to watch on YouTube,
Yeah.
you can watch here.
If you hate YouTube, don't tell them we said this. Leave and go to Twitch. I will say this song gave me like such great hope, and I think it was the perfect song to choose as like the introduction to this album, to say, hey guys, check it out. We have a Westerner here. We're doing this mostly in English, and we still sound like Baby Metal. It's like I would have gone with this too if I were them. Even though I haven't heard the rest of the tracks, this is the perfect one to say, hey, we're here. Check this out. You might
Yeah.
like it.
Hey, this is interesting. Kira Vu says in the chat that they don't consider Metal Fourth to be the 5th album. It's the 4th. That doesn't make any sense. They just put in the description that they do consider that an album.
Because
I don't think
a concept album, quote unquote, but it's still their album, and they still wrote it. I don't know.
It's their 5th
Gimmicks-
album. I don't care. It's
there's-
a 5th
there's some-
album.
there's
That's the
some
weirdest
gimmicky-
argument ever. It's their 5th
There's
album.
some gimmicky bullshit, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
but like this is like, listen, I love them, but like that's a gimmick, and it's fine. Yeah, I like it, I support it, but they have 5 albums, and I'm gonna listen to them all.
Yeah. So, okay, thank you, Simno, for that information about the Baby Metal tickets. So, they have they do this a lot where they put up their schedule, for the year. So we just dropped with the new song May 10th to the 30th. We got a Europe tour. May 30th, we got a special arena show in the UK, the O2. June 13th is when the new album drops, Metal Fourth, their new 5th album. June 13th to the 23rd. We got a North American tour, which is awesome. Right after the album drops, August got the Japan Festival tour. September, October, Asia tour. Special arena show in the US in November. Okay. And then, of course, to start off 2026, they normally do this January special arena show in Japan.
You know what they
Nice.
should do? They should do Coachella.
Oh
I know
my
that
God.
it's mostly
They
like
should.
poppy stuff.
No,
but
you're
they've
right.
Been branching out a little bit, and they would definitely have Baby Metal on there. They have like a bunch of Asian artists on there this year. I think it would get them like a lot of steam.
I think so too. So Baby Metal's EU, UK 2025. So this is for those tickets specifically. No wonder why I couldn't find it, because I was looking up US show dates. So they got a tier 0 experience. So they've been catching some slack about this because of the price tag. And I believe this is $2,000 for this experience.
For what?
So it's exclusive access to the pre-show Baby Metal VIP lounge, complimentary snacks and soft drinks, special video message from Baby Metal, which, just to let you guys know, Special video message does not mean personalized video message. First time ever personalized and autographed VIP Baby Metal country specific flag. That is crazy. I think that's where the $2,000 comes into play, honestly. I know some people are saying that's a ridiculous price tag, but if you're getting a personalized autographed VIP Baby Metal country specific flag for your country, to a lot of people, that is worth the $2,000. And I can see why people would pay $2,000. Actually, I'm really surprised it's that low. I can definitely imagine people paying even more. You're bringing your country's flag. They're doing a personal signature on it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing that WWE's doing right now with John Cena's retirement tour, where every city that he goes in, they're selling a t-shirt, a John Cena t-shirt that is for that particular city. And it's netting them just a ton of money because you can only get it when you're in that city. And it's a similar concept. This is a collector's item immediately. They've created a collector's item that you can only get in this one stop, and it is smart. I don't know if it's worth $2,000, but it's smart.
It depends on the person. Like Goat said, though, I agree with him. $2,000, I'd rather fly to Japan and see them. Absolutely, absolutely. That's what I would rather do, and then enjoy the experience.
Like, what's the VIP room mean in a situation like this? Is it just a room that you're watching a show from?
So normally, I know with Firewind, they would have like a special room where you would hang out with the band, but that's not the case with this. So this is a completely different thing. So this is just for the fans. One of the other VIP things that I went to, we had a room upstairs where we all got to chill and just lounge, but you still had to pay for the drinks. I don't know if this includes drinks. Because it just says it does say it. It says complimentary snacks and soft drinks. That's not including alcohol, though.
Soft drinks, not alcohol.
Yeah, not alcohol, not alcohol. I know I can't remember which band it was that we had the VIP space up top. I think it was actually Le Bites, if I remember correctly. And we would just hang out in the lounge. And by the way, those suck. They really suck. They did not put enough seats in that VIP lounge. They sold too many tickets. So just be wary of that.
Ooh,
I
hate that. Listen, I'm of two minds about this, because I think that I hate it in the sense that it's just another one of those things that comes to like ticket sales being way too overpriced. It's just a combination of all of those things building up, and then it ends up in $2,000 tickets, right? That you're buying for something. At the same time, it's like, it's supply and demand. Like, this is how society works. And if people are going to spend the $2,000, why wouldn't they cash in on the $2,000?
I mean,
like, if they're going to sell out on it,
I think it's going to sell. I'm telling you, the country flag is what's going to sell it. That's what it's going to do. Because like Neo24 was saying in chat, not sure if I want to snack and drink soda with other Baby Metal fans for the tune of $2K. I can pay for a ticket. No, I get that, but it's the other stuff that comes with it. It's not even just stopping at the flag. You also get exclusive pre-show VIP lounge laminate lanyard, which we just talked about, souvenir collectible concert ticket, first fans to enter the venue, which you can get those with other tickets, on-site VIP host, crowd free pre-show merchandise shopping.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, but like at least half of those aren't even really features.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Those are just you get to keep your ticket. I was going to keep my ticket anyway, man. Like, dude, that's not. I'm not paying $2,000.
People are paying $2,000 for the fucking Baby Metal camping stuff. I mean, people.
Dude, if they were gonna hang out in the VIP room and be like, yeah, let's all get drunk together, I'd be like, okay, that might be fun. But like, I could get drunk with other Baby Metal fans without paying. Like, you and I could get drunk together, Alan. Like, we don't need to pay $2,000 for it.
How much would you pay to get drunk with Baby Metal? That's a good question. Thanks for the question.
I mean, if I was going to the show, right? Like, I'd pay. So I'd pay like $150 for a show in general, right? Like, that's kind of my cap for a concert at this point.
Yeah.
I'd pay another $150 if I was going to hang out with them, like, afterwards. $300 to $500 would be my max to like hang out with one of my favorite bands.
So, like Simno just put in, he paid £240 for VIP for Yasobi at Wembley, including VIP lounge. Yeah, I honestly, I really think it's just that personalized flag from your country. I really think that's what it has to do with. And yeah, Goat, you're absolutely right. So This is $2,000 on top of the ticket, by the way. You buy the ticket and then you have to buy the
What?
experience.
Come on, come on. All right, well, whatever. Sindo says also it's all electronic ticketing, so the only way that you can keep your ticket is if you buy this, I guess. But that's so unfair to me. That's like taking away something that we would have had. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, people are gonna buy this,
when I said
and people are gonna like it.
When I said 2,000, it was including the ticket because the experience is 1,653. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're adding there's a taxes also on top of it.
Yeah, I
but
should have mentioned that first.
Itself.
My bad.
So that's like included in the 2K. I mean, listen, 2K
trying to gaslight our audience just a little bit, you know.
2K is a lot, but remember, I remember the story I told you about John Cena charging $25,000 for a sit-down meet and greet.
Fucking Gene Simmons, 12,000.
Yeah, I mean, if we're comparing it,
but that's canceled.
They're not going to be there also.
But that's canceled.
Not going to be in the room with us. So it's a little different.
Well, Gene Simmons did cancel all the shows, so never mind. That's not happening now. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
I mean, that's what happens. This is going to happen. I'm sorry, but like people need to realize this is going to start happening. They're going to start pricing all of the normies out of events over time, over the course of the next 5 years. People aren't going to be able to afford it. It's only going to be the 1% that can go, and the 1% is going to get bored, and then we're going to have like an economic disaster in the music industry. I'm really hoping that we realize that before that happens.
I'm going to say this. If I had like fuck you money, I would pay this. Fuck yeah. I'd go get that flag.
But most people don't have fuck you money. You know what I mean? Like that's the 1%.
That's the only way that I would do this is if I had fuck you money. I would just fucking
yeah. Flag Checker says 2K. I better be watching from the stage. And you know what? Fucking A. If they told me, hey, buddy, you could watch from behind the set, like you're standing behind them or on the side of the stage, I'd be like, okay, that might be worth like the 2K.
No. If I'm getting drunk with the band, I will pull out a loan to pay for that. I don't wait for. I won't wait for FU money.
See, this is how Alan falls off the wagon. We're gonna hope that they never offer this. Actually,
if you really want me to go into debt, just like you get drunk with Baby Metal. Okay, that's an experience to go in debt for. What experience would you do, champ, to go in debt for? Is there an experience out there that you would do and you'd be willing to go in debt for?
I'm already.
It's a hard one, right?
You
gotta go. You're going further in debt,
that
boy.
Will get me out of debt because I might do that. But no,
you're going further in the hole. No, not one.
I'm trying to think of it like. I mean, what are the limits here? There's a lot of stuff that's coming to my mind that's really dirty, and I don't think I should say it on there.
Hey, Janine, I didn't say go in debt to get drunk with Baby Metal and not remember anything. To drink with Baby Metal, okay? To drink with them. You know, I'll limit it to 2 drinks. You know, I'll be
no blackouts, brownouts at most.
I would be breaking my sobriety though. I would just pretend to drink. You know, I would go there and just. You know, do that thing where like touches your lip and just like put it back down, and when they're not looking, fucking spills off to the side.
You pour it into the plant next to you. Yeah. Got drunk ferns next to you. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that would really. I don't know, man. I mean, like literally everything revolves around sex in my head when you ask that question, so I just can't answer it. There's nothing that's worth it for me. I mean, maybe if it was like something like. You get to perform with us. You know what I mean? Like you get to come on stage and play a song with us.
If I get to play a song with them, I would pay for sure. I mean,
if they're like, especially if it's one of your songs. What if they'll play one of your songs with you?
That would be insane.
That would be cool.
Yeah, if they like called me up to play like monochrome with them or something. And they get to let me play my solos I made for it.
Even if it was a cover, even if they were like,
I would do that.
We're gonna do "Creeping Death" by Metallica. Come up on stage with us. I'd be like, fucking hey, that's worth $2,000.
Like John just said in chat, I would pay to be Miyako and Midori's guitar tech. That's just like the Gene Simmons thing, you know.
I would pay to be Miyako and Midori's guitar.
Hey, that's a good one. But that's the thing is, if these bands wanted to, they can make some serious cash off of us in the West. They really could. If they offered like anything like that, they could make
one
a
of the
lot.
things is, and one of the reasons that this 2K thing is actually going to work out for them is that they don't live over here. So when they come over here, people feel like this is my one chance or one of my few chances to like actually get everything that I could possibly get from them. And out of this Baby Metal performance, people are going to say, okay, I don't want to miss out on that. If you got the
Yeah,
fucking
for
money,
sure.
you're gonna throw it at them.
Hey,
And
I
you know
just
what? Good for them. I'd rather them be getting the money than like, I don't know, like Little Wayne or whatever. Like I don't just like any Western star that I just am not interested in at all. You know, Baby Metal. I'd rather them get my
Did
money.
anyone pay for the experience? Anyone pay for a VIP experience? If you did, let us know. We'd love to talk to you after the shows so we could see if it was worth it. That'd be an interesting thing to talk about. By the way, Lajel from on our Twitch chat, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Tomorrow Man 66 for the follow. I appreciate you. Cynical, welcome. Thank you for the bits. Also, I appreciate it. Anyways, I'd love to hear your thoughts later. If you're watching this later on YouTube, leave a comment below. I'm curious. How much would you pay for an experience? Yeah, but I agree with you. Paying to go see the band, or playing with the band would be a huge one, dude. A huge one. BAND-MAID, bro. That new song is so good. BAND-MAID Ready to Rock was amazing. And we got a clip here from somebody from the Discord. Thank you, CMST, and everybody that shot me the link. I really appreciate it. So where they did the motion capture of this. I really love that they used BAND-MAID for to capture some of this.
Wait, they're actually playing?
I think
funny.
Konami, right? We got right here.
It's actually funny. I didn't think they were actually playing the song.
I just love that they go through this much detail to make sure that it's accurate, because I can't remember who I was talking to, but we were always talking. Oh, it was Frank. Frank and I were reacting to some cartoon animes, and it wasn't even matching up. And he was like, "Oh, that just takes me out of it." As a musician, it can take you out of it real quick. So
That's been a problem for a long time. Long time. Yeah.
So the fact that they're doing this is really cool.
It's fucking awesome. Who is on the piano? Is that somebody not in BAND-MAID?
I don't know. CMST gave me some notes to talk about on this. So the two voice actresses from the animated series joined BAND-MAID's Miku, Konami, and Akane for a press conference promoting the animated series back in March 16th. In her introduction, Kobato said that BAND-MAID doesn't have many opportunities to appear at events like this, so they were nervous, but she was both happy and honored to be called to appear at this wonderful event. When Konami introduced herself, she said that she is a guitarist and is so used to performing with a guitar, so not having a guitar with her made her very nervous to speak in front of everyone. And that's in regards to this event that came up. Let me pull this up real quick. I lost the link here. And we'll leave the links in the Discord server. You guys can check them out there. This is where we're getting all the news stuff here. So this is them speaking for that conference. So Konami was asked about the performances of the two actresses. Konami said that she was struck by how these two cute and beautiful voice actresses can say such harsh words and engage in such intense dialogue in the animated series. So Konami was moved and honored by their performance. She especially loved she especially loved the guitar drum battle scene between the two animated characters. Akane revealed that she is a fan of the two voice actresses. She was amazed at how the two cool voice actresses were able to show such range in their performance. They looked like two princesses, but they were also able to showcase the harder rock aspect in their performance. So Akane was excited and looked forward to watching all the episodes of the show. So they're fans of the show. They're looking forward to watching it. Yeah, when you're a part of something like that, I'd be curious to see how it's going to come out afterwards, right?
Me too. Especially since it's not their like. This is the first time that they're doing it, right? This is the fun type of stuff to me, when it's like, okay, you're a band, you're writing music, you're touring around the country. Now it's like, now you get to go on your side missions, right? Like you got a side quest over here. You get to mocap for an anime and stuff like that, and that just adds more to like the popularity also. Although I will say, I tried to watch this episode, and I couldn't find access to it with English subtitles. It's not on Crunchyroll. It's on this
own
this
streaming
site
service
called like Hidive or something like that.
Yeah.
And in order to get the English subtitles, you had to live in Asia, I believe, at least as of yesterday. So, or use a VPN. So I wasn't able to watch it yet, but I hopefully I'll figure out a way.
Yeah, if you guys have any information, leave it down below. We'd love to try to check it out. They have to have English subtitles. You would think, no? It's interesting
When I
that
pressed the button, it said only available, or it's not available in your region. So it might just be right here. Depends on where you're living, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm assuming that they're eventually going to make it available, like even for everybody.
Zero said the anime is free in East Asia. Wow. Okay.
Interesting. You can get it on YouTube too.
You can? I
think
absolutely
you can buy it.
love this song, man. There was more stuff that I heard within it, and a lot of people were correcting us saying that the scream at the end of the reaction was Psyche. I don't know. I saw
people saying that too.
I want to do another reaction to it and check it out, but when I listened to it like another 100 times, definitely Psyche is doing a scream, and Miku, from what I can tell. It sounds like both of them do it at some point in there. For that particular one, I'm not sure. I got to isolate it again and check it out.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced, because when I went back and listened to it after I heard that, I still heard Miku personally, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, a great song. Yeah, I honestly, somebody said in the chat earlier, this is the best song they came out with in a few years, and I actually kind of agree. I think that this is.
I agree too.
This is one of my favorites for a while, maybe since that. This might be my favorite since that mini album that they put out. Remember the mini album that they put out with like different on it, and it had like 3 or 4 tracks on it. They were all good. This one belongs on that mini album.
Simno saying that the episode 1 of the anime is pretty meh, in my opinion. Do you think I don't think I would enjoy the anime, honestly. I don't think I would want to watch an anime about musicians or people becoming musicians. You would think I would, but it doesn't intrigue me. I like more the, I don't know. I'm not.
You want to see people get cut in half?
Yeah, I want to see people cut in half. I don't like the sports animes either. Like that. That's weird. I saw my son watching one, and it was kind of interesting. And I'm like, "You like this?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like,
"What, the basketball one?"
I think it was something with. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was the basketball one. No,
there's
it's
a basketball
new.
one and a volleyball one. They're both like pretty popular nowadays.
I don't think it's any of those two. It's some other sport. I can't remember what it was, but it was something with. I don't know. I'll ask him. I don't fucking remember. I'm gonna try. Maybe it was.
Listen, I wouldn't watch it if it weren't for BAND-MAID being involved, but I'm going to give it a chance just for the sake of that. I think that's my fandom, being a BAND-MAID stan over here, like, coming into play. But
since they're involved, right? Yeah, you're gonna want to watch, and that's why I want to watch it for sure.
Yeah. Support.
It's just really weird that they released it on something that's not known for anime streaming. Well, maybe it is known for over in Japan, but to capture the Western audience, especially since it's BAND-MAID, you'd think they would put it on something like Crunchyroll or something like that.
Yeah, they have from what I read, they have the exclusive rights. So like they purchased the IP for this, and it's a contract thing. They just can't put it on other services. Hopefully, in time they might. Maybe it's an exclusive Times contract or something like that.
Omega says it's affiliated with Amazon, so maybe we'll get it on Amazon. That could be a possibility for sure.
I'd wait a little while. I think it's going to become more accessible over time. Most animes do.
After listening to the song a few more times, if you have listened to it a few more times, what is your take now of this song, other than it just being one of your favorites? Was there anything else that stood out to you after the fact?
To be honest, not really. Like, we talked about so much of how we felt about the breakdown of like the different instruments and stuff like that. I think that if I were to give it any sort of like extra praise on top of what I already gave it, it would just be that we talked a lot about the guitars, and I think Akane was like on the top of her game for this whole song. I think this might be one of her best songs overall that she's ever played on. So I want to give that the amount of credit that it deserves. But no, dude, like, the song's a 9.5 out of 10 when the first time that I heard it. It's still 9.5 out of 10 today.
Yeah. Akane just keeps leveling up. She could play in like any style of band too now at this point. She has everything down. Everything.
Yeah. I completely believe that. 100%. Like, you want to put her in a death metal band or a pop band, they're both going to work.
Yeah.
Although she'd get bored playing like slow music, I think. Like, eventually she'd be like, "Come on, I got to throw in some like timing changes or something."
I think all the members in BAND-MAID are done with slow music. Maybe
they'll come out with their own slow songs every once
you
in
know
a while.
what?
But
You know what? That's not true. I'm sorry. The last Epic Narratives, there was a few slower songs on there. Never mind.
those were the best songs on the album, too.
And they were some of the best songs on the album. They can write really good slow music. They can write good everything, man.
All right, so Bob in the chat keeps telling us that was Psyche playing the keyboard for the mocap over there, and that we should be embarrassed that we didn't notice. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay.
I'm super humiliated. I didn't recognize her without her hair. She was covered head to toe.
I don't feel embarrassed at all. This won't be the first time. It won't be the last time I won't notice.
So I do have a question about this, though, because this is a song made for an anime, obviously. When they do that, they don't usually put those songs on the albums, right? So, like, there's no album in the works, as far as we know, is there?
There has to be. There's always an album in the works. I
Well,
think there's 4 albums in the works.
But I'm wondering if they've announced anything, like that they were working on anything, or
They haven't
or
announced
something like
anything,
that.
but I'm sure they have. I guarantee you, when this anime came about, Konami was like, "Oh, I have something that'll fit this really well. Let's go ahead and establish it and develop it further." I guarantee you, she had just a song ready to go. I have a feeling she just has hard drives of music. That's what I visualize. She has hard drives of music just ready to go, ready to put out.
Apparently, she's like thrown out more music than she's ever used, right? Like she just writes songs and then like tosses them in the garbage when they're not as good as she wants them to be, from what I understand. So I'm guessing she's got like archives worth of stuff that she could reach into if she really wanted to.
And I mean, Epic Narratives just came out like a year ago, right? It's only a year.
Yeah, that was They released more music than like anybody, dude. Like they just constantly.
We gotta give them a break. Let's
out.
give them 2 years. You know, BABYMETAL came out in 2 years. BAND-MAID can come out in 2 years.
You want to let them just like chill out? I don't think they want to. I don't think they'd ever wanted to.
Yeah, September 25th, 2024 is when it was released.
Jesus, that was like that was less than a year ago.
yeah, dude, we are assholes at this point.
Yeah.
Expecting a new album already, and it hasn't even been a year.
Yeah, what's wrong with us, man? Like we're too greedy nowadays.
BAND-MAID has made us greedy. They really have. They have
Honestly,
spoiled us way too much with music.
You would think that like Maximum the Hormone would have like taken us down a notch. And
I don't want to talk about Maximum. Why do you got to bring this dude? I was having a great fucking podcast today. I was really happy, really motivated to talk to these groups, and you had to bring up Maximum Hormone. Why the fuck would you do that?
When talking about how consistently people are releasing music, we got to bring up Maximum Hormone.
No, you just want to piss me off. You want to piss me off. That's what you want to do.
Notches.
Fuck you, Maximum Hormone, for not putting out anything. God damn it.
It's over, man. It's over. Maybe they should just join BABYMETAL. They should do a collab with BABYMETAL. That'd be cool.
I don't want to talk about it.
They should do a collab with Poppy too. That would be a good collab too. Okay.
Anyways, BAND-MAID, who does BAND-MAID is so good at what they do. They're also good at releasing music consistently. All right.
Yeah.
They are. That's where I'll leave it there.
That's what they do. Although, and I just want to be very clear on this. This is, in my opinion, the best song that they've released in like a good 2 years.
The best song in Shambles was a pretty good song too, though.
This is so much better than Shambles.
It is so much better than Shambles. It really is. It is
better than Shambles.
I agree.
And Shambles was a solid track. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a track that I'm gonna buy. But this is so much better.
Shambles was such a great song, but this song was 5 times better. Just that statement alone is wild.
Yeah, I'm just not even they're not even in the same hemisphere to me. I love this one.
So Rick Beato released a song. You know, I know how much everybody loves Rick Beato and what he does, but he has been fighting on the AI music front. Okay, so I was watching this video about this, but AI music faces legal limits. U.S. Copyright Office issues landmark ruling. So they actually did come up with a ruling. So on April 2nd, the U.S. Copyright Office released a significant report addressing the legal status of AI generative creative works. The report states that the work created entirely by artificial intelligence are not eligible for copyright protection unless they include meaningful human contribution. My first question is, how the hell are you going to do that? How are you going to find out if meaningful human contribution is going to be added? And what constitutes human contribution or meaningful contribution? It's too vague. It's too vague, in my opinion.
I have no idea how they're going to do that. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me because when you think about like how music is created, that's not like a band form, people creating stuff on a computer, creating beats and stuff like that. Where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
Like from what is generated by the finger telling this beat to do this thing versus like a loop that's going to allow that to happen
Yeah.
automatically. And then, there's steps to this, right? Like there's levels that get closer and closer to that. And where do you draw that line? I think it's going to have to be like a case by
Well,
case basis.
like Janine said in the chat, I clicked the button human interaction. By the way, hit the like button on this video if you guys enjoy content like this, to push this out to more of an audience. But they go on to say the decision carries substantial implications for the music industry, especially as AI-generated music becomes more sophisticated and accessible through platforms like Suno, Udo, and Rika. And all I'm going to say is that I swear to God they keep this vague so these companies can still make money. I really do. The Copyright Office emphasizes that only humans can hold copyrights. If any AI tool independently creates a song or a piece of art without direct human authorship, which it takes the click of a button, like Janine just mentioned in the chat, so I wonder if that counts. That work cannot be protected under U.S. copyright law. The report clarifies the person who translates an idea into a fixed, tangible form is entitled to copyright protection. Materials created entirely by non-humans are not. Again, I don't know how they're going to
Where does it
do this.
start?
Yeah,
it's where does it start? Because
Yeah.
somebody pressed the button to say create new version of this song using AI. Like that is somebody literally pressing a button. Is that different than like a DJ pressing a button on stage? I'm not. I'm so not in favor of AI taking over the music industry, but like there has to be more specific ways to actually say what is and isn't allowed.
And there's been versions of AI that's been used for many, many years, like when you do the drum loops or when you do those creating loops. They've been doing this for a while. AI just became a thing in the past few years. And now that we have a label for it, it's been blowing up. I just don't know where... Yeah, I don't. This law is so vague, just like every other fucking law in the U.S. for people to do loopholes around. That's all I can. That's all I see is loopholes around this. The way I can just see a lawyer right now going to court. It's like, it says, "Well, we consider this a meaningful thing by clicking this button."
Yeah, if it made their team a bunch of money, they're gonna argue that that works like that. I mean, look at Ticketmaster. How many times have we talked about this? The court ruled against them in 1993. They're still allowed to have a monopoly over the ticket. Why? It's illegal. They have ruled that it's illegal. They don't care because they're making money off of it. So they're willing to forego that.
Hey, Bad Wolf, off topic, just had to resubscribe for some reason. Yeah, that's been happening a lot lately. And by the way, stick around. We will be showing Champ Ren for the very first time within the next couple of weeks or so. So that'll be exciting. He's never listened to any of his music.
Will we be? No, I don't even know what genre of music he is.
Yep, and I haven't told him anything. I've been keeping him in the dark. But back to this article. Music educator, YouTuber Rick Beato, who testified before Congress in 2023 on this issue, praised the ruling. One of my core you praise a ruling that's going to be easily manipulated. But one of my core recommendations was that fully generated AI works shouldn't be copyrightable. Now that the idea has become law, Beato stated he expressed concern over the rise of AI-generated music, not from a legal standpoint, but from an artistic one. In a recent video, Beato elevated several AI music platforms, comparing their output and creative potential. Platforms like Eureka, Ika offer genre-based song generation with country music replication, which, by the way, country always comes out the best for some reason in those AI things. Replication became surprisingly convincing, though most of the tracks had a synthetic sounding vocals and weak instrumentals. Beato described these results as cringeworthy and limited. Now, there's a creator that I follow for trading stocks and stuff, and he uses generative AI music in the beginning, and it's pretty funny, actually. But you don't hear the synthetic sounding vocals, so I guess Rick Beato's just using weird programs or whatnot.
Well, he used Marika. It was
in his video. Suno's I've used the Suno one with Gus G. We were messing around with it.
Hey, why do you think it's easiest for them to replicate country music?
Because they've been like applying AI in country already with the formula.
The formula is AI driven.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're back. So my bad, guys. So, anyways, back to the article. Yeah, we had a little lag moment. Refresh the stream if you haven't. Hopefully we're still live, but we're going to keep this going. So the ruling underscores the belief that creativity requires human agency, but it also raises questions about AI's evolving role in music. For musicians, AI is a powerful tool, but without human input, the results lack legal protection. For audiences, the question remains whether they will care if a song was made by a human or machine. And to be honest, the general consensus is nobody cares. They're like, if they like it, they like it. They'll keep listening to it.
So this is the most unfortunate part about all of this, is that, like, as much as I want to hate on the industry or the rise of AI, whoever's creating AI, whatever, ultimately what it's all going to end up coming down to is if the people accept it as music, and they will, because we're not, remember the video that we pulled up about a year ago, which was like Cardi B lip syncing at some like music festival or something like that, and the argument was that most of the people that were watching that were perfectly okay with the fact that she wasn't actually singing live and that it was just a backtrack. And that alone tells me that a lot of people are going to be okay with AI also, because they just care how it sounds. And if it pleases them from a very like shallow standpoint, the most, the most shallow listening standpoint that you could get.
Well, the other concern too is younger generations grow up with this music, and maybe listening to our music or older music, it's going to sound weird to them because it's about what what you grew up around, right? But at the same merit, though, my kids have been listening to the most weirdest, slow down, very, very human elements. Like, when I say that, I mean not really well-performed music, and they absolutely love it because of how real it feels. But obviously, that's a small sample size, and that's just with my sons. They enjoy, like, this really weird, like, I forget what they call it shoegaze. That's right. Do you know why they call it shoegaze, by the way?
I've never heard of this.
It's because they're staring at their feet all the time while they're hitting all the pedals for the effects. That's how it got its name.
So it's just like a lot of effects going. It's effect-driven music.
Yeah. It's effect-driven music. Which you could argue those are AI algorithms in those pedals, but you know what I mean? I don't know. So I think there's going to be music for everyone. There's some people that are going to love the simple, basic shit, and there's some people that are going to love the more complex stuff. There's some people that are going to want to hear all the weird artifacts and weird stuff in the music. There's people that are going to want really polished songs. It really is preference, and I think there's going to be a want for all these styles. Some people are going to be completely fine with AI music. Some people are going to want to hear some organic acoustic stuff recorded in one take type of music, not the first take, the Sony version. Well, people are going to like that one too.
I mean, yes, you're right. Like, in essence, you're right, except for the fact that, like, there's going to be an ease of creation when it comes to AI. Whereas if people are supporting that just as much as regular music,
you know what?
People are going to use AI because it's going to be easier and faster and easier to make money that way.
Why are people doing so much AI stuff on art, though? Can't we just get AI to fucking do my laundry for me instead?
Yeah, that's the real issue. See, I saw a comment. I saw a comment that said something like, we wanted AI to wash our dishes and do our laundry, not to create art for us. And it's doing the opposite.
That's a great quote. Well, whoever said that, yes.
Yeah, it's doing the opposite. And that's the truth. Like, I don't want to do my fucking dishes. I want AI to do that for me. But do I want to write a song? I'd rather write a song than have somebody else write a song for me.
Yeah, so you have more time to do artwork. I don't get it. Well, how did we get here? Like, why did we want to? Well, to be fair, writing music is very difficult. It's not easy.
And art makes more music. I mean, makes more music. Art makes more money. Like, not like the bottom level of art, but the highest level of art makes the most money out of everything, right? Like the biggest movies and the biggest music stars, they make more money than anybody. So they're gonna go for that. That's what they're trying to hit, that top level.
Bro, if there was like, I'm not gonna lie, if there was an AI robot that like did my fucking chores for me, I'd fucking go broke for that too.
Not gonna argue with that. See, that's the thing. I think there are ways that we could utilize this for our benefit.
Yeah,
listen, video games have been using AI forever, right? Like, video games use AI to control like the characters that you are not controlling in a video game. So this has been around forever, and it has its uses. AI getting better in a video game, for example, is a really good thing. AI taking the place of a human in a situation where they could be getting paid to do the job and doing it better because they're not robotic, that's a bad thing.
Yes.
And there's got to be that line drawn somewhere.
Somewhere.
We're not there yet. It's going to take a couple more years for us to even figure that out.
All right, guys. We got the top 10.
Ooh,
Top 10. Shout out to
we didn't do that last
Simno
week.
for putting us out. Yeah, it didn't change much in the past couple weeks, and no, the new BAND-MAID song is not on there yet, guys. It lags. Okay, it should be. It's gonna be number one. Don't worry, it'll be number one. Simno, can we just put it to number one? You know,
Simno, you're fired.
Fuck
man.
all your
You're
math.
out.
Fuck all your math that you do. Just like throw it to number one. I think that would be fair. Go Nuts by Lonesome Blue went up 38 spots to hit in number 10. We got Issa Eden still on here. This was a really good song. Check it out. I do recommend this one. I do recommend their older stuff more, but this is still a solid song by them. Ano up here at number 8. Number 7, we got Ave Mujica staying right there at number 7. I still need to go listen to the song. I need to listen to this one.
Me too.
Kill Kiss for sure. Number 6, we got Cotton Candy. This was a not bad song, very on the pop side of things. Number 4, we do have BAND-MAID on here. Down to 5.
Zen.
Sorry, number 5 with Zen, which was a good song too. But again, I agree with Cham. Like the new song just like destroys Zen.
Yeah,
like 100%.
Zen is like on the level. Zen's on the level of Shambles for me. Like a really good track, but
Yeah.
it's not. This fucking song is awesome.
Yeah.
it's just so good.
We got Hanabiye, Tasty Survivor going up to number 2.
Okay.
I think that's a really good song, man. I was listening to it again the other day. It's a great tune. It's a great tune. Number 2, we have Hitsuji Bunkaku. I probably fucked that up. I'm sorry. Voice. I don't remember if I heard of the song. But number 1, MA, still at the top. Scope. She has a wonderful voice. You should check it out. She has a beautiful voice, very low tone to it. I really like the way that she delivers
especially
vocals.
live.
Yeah,
especially
the live stuff is really good. Really
Yeah.
good.
She's got like that. She's also got that like traditional kind of like classic Japanese vibrato to her. She knows how to use it like really, really well though. She's one of my favorite vocalists out there actually.
Simno says, I can confirm that there will be a new entry at number 1 next week.
We don't know if
love
it's
how
gonna be
you did
BAND-MAID or BABYMETAL though, right? We don't know.
I know. I love the verbiage on there. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got BABYMETAL. So stay tuned next week on Sunday. We're going to be doing another top 10 for the Japanese music artists. And also, we're going to have our 10 bands that we think you should know about. And also, Champ will be reacting to in real time. It's going to be the top 10 bands that nobody knows about that you should know from Japan. I've been working on this list for a while. And it's probably be a continuing series because there's so many bands that I think you guys should check out. And
See, I didn't know you were doing this. And now I want to know what's going on with this too.
I might be wearing one of their shirts. But anyways, hope to see you all next week. We do this show live every Sunday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any
Hit that
suggestions,
like button before you leave.
Yeah, hit the like button before you leave.
Video.
And go to our Discord server. Share news stories with us under the Solid Sound Podcast tab. And let us know what you guys want us to talk about. Or we talk about all of our favorite musicians from all over the world. So we appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one. I will see the rest of you, though, later on Twitch doing some reactions. So see you.